It may not mean nothing to y'all, but understand nothing was done for me, so I don't plan on sliding it
Hello
off.
once again, everyone. It's your boy Dangerous Drew 3, otherwise known as Drew, coming to you again from my living room. Yes, and today I think we're going to be talking about parents. And it's a simple things kind of question, kind of conversation. Now, this video is going to be split up into 3 parts. Okay? So, the first one is going to be about both parents. And click here right now to go to that first. The second part is going to be about fathers. Click here right now to see that one. And the third part is about mothers. And click here to see this one. Alright, let's get things started. Alright, parents in general. Parents are the people that brought you out of their, body parts to basically bring you into this world. They taught you everything from how to walk, how to talk, how to dance, how to sing, and how to even play the guitar. Ding 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 ding. Now let me stop. But anyways, your parents are a milestone of encyclopedias slash, real live examples. And you should take advantage of that. Because many people on this earth don't have both parents. So if you're lucky enough to have both of them, cherish that. And trust me, there's going to be a lot of stuff that you're going to go through that really, really is going to be a headache. And that headache is going to be unbearable. It's going to be worse than a migraine. Okay? But you'll learn along the way that some of the things that they're trying to tell you is important and is the right thing to do. And trust me, once you do it, your life is going to be endless, and it's going to be easy, and it's going to be awesome. Okay? Just remember, your parents are number 2 in your life. The reason why I say number 2 is because you are number 1. And I guess that's it about both parents in general. Just remember, they may get on your nerves. They may even piss you off to the extent that you just want to, do something illegal. But don't. Just learn from that and just don't do it. Alright, so now we're going to talk about fathers. Okay? The greatest topic in the world. Okay? Each one of us guys, me in general, and, a few other people, many people, I should say, are, kind of blessed or, thankful to be guys. Now, in a time of our life, we're going to have kids. I don't. And I don't want any anytime soon, But, I want to be a father. And many guys should aspire to want to be a father because they leave a legacy. Something that they could say, okay, I did something. I created a human being. That is a legacy worth leaving. And with fathers, it's very tricky. Alright? When you are a father, you have to juggle between 2 jobs. And those 2 jobs are being a parent and being a friend. Now, most of the time, you need to be the parent. Okay? And unfortunately, I say that. But then again, unfortunately not. Because in the end, being a parent is what you're gonna need to do. You need to help this child and you need to save it from many of the things that's going to go throughout this world, you know? Being a friend is something different, okay? Something totally different. It's basically being there for your child, okay? And acting like his friend. Now, this doesn't come until maybe around 15 and on, okay? Unless, you're really weird and you like to butt in little kids, but that's a different story. I can say this. Don't neglect your son and or daughter, your child, because they're going to need that father figure in their life. Whether it's a guy, a boy, or a girl. The girl is going to need the father to say, no, don't do that. Because he knows those mistakes. And he knows what's right. The guy needs the exact same thing, except he needs more because he's a guy just like you. You gotta remember that. And, try to be their friend sometimes. Take them out to a game of baseball or something like that. Go play catch. Take them out to a basketball game. Go see Kevin Hart with them. Who knows? That's just an opinion. But, yeah, try to be that father figure that's both nice and strict. Because if you're both, trust me, you're not the perfect father, because you probably made some mistakes, but you're a good father. And you will be a good one in the long run. And now we're going to be talking about mothers, okay? And motherhood. Now, in my profession, my mother, and many of my mothers that are in my family, they are very, hovery. And that's what a mom's job is. All you women out there, you're gonna love your child. Maybe some don't. Who knows? Maybe you give them up for adoption. But yeah, when you choose the task to become a mom, you're basically saying, I'm going to love this kid until the day I die. I'm going to help him through thick and thin. And I'm going to be super at doing what I do, and that's being a mom. But you also have to be caring. And it's just like being a father, but in a different sense. Because the father is going to be more strict. You need to be more caring. If the father goes too far, try to be that parent that says, okay, enough is enough. Let me stop you right here. Because you are hurting the child and you are making him, either angry or sad. And try not to be that mother that hovers in every conversation that your child has, because then he'll feel like a mama's boy. And a mama's boy is something, or a mama's girl, either one. And those are something you would never want to put as a label on your child, because they're going to feel hurt in the long run and their life is going to be messed up. Because, not saying that, put it this way, okay? They're 24 years old. They're looking for the love of their life, or just a girlfriend. And they take it to the next level, and they bring them home to you, the mother. Now, most moms, man-child or, girl-child reference, and many of them are going to feel like, okay, is my mom literally going to be hovering over me? Does she want me to do anything? Not anything, but I mean everything. Try not to be hovering over him, because if you're trying to give him tips and pointers, or she, trying to give her tips and pointers, they're gonna be like, Mom, I got this, put it that way. It's very confusing down to a mother, because me personally, I'm a dude. The closest thing that I'm gonna get to is fatherhood. And I don't have a personal reference except my own mother and many of the mothers in my family and mothers that I've seen. One thing though, when you're a mother, try not to hit your child when he's a kid, because I see this so many times, and I know I'm mainly being stereotypical when I say this, because it's a lot of women that do this. It's very horrible. Your kids cry, but don't hit them just because they're crying. They're crying because they need something. Now, don't get me wrong. If they're crying because they want something, hit them lightly and tell them don't do it again. But, you know, it's always an even with this, and it's never an even ground to where you can say, oh, this is exactly what I need to do. But there's an even towards it. Do it when they're, you know, a kind of beggar child, and don't do it to when they're sad. Okay? And that's it for motherhood. And this ends this video. Thanks for watching. Please click to subscribe. Maybe, you know, go watch the other discussion time videos. Maybe. Yeah. Alright. This is Dangerous Drew 3, otherwise known as Drew, signing off. Later. That's one classification. Yes. Racist to some guys like African Americans.